does it have the original engine, or is it?
Oh yeah.
It's got the original motor. Is it easy to open? Can you show me what the engine might look like? I
Well,
can't
it's
quite.
just a straight four, probably be best no, because of the sun. It's only a little 4-cylinder, 20 horsepower.
The actual original engine
Yeah.
in the Model T.
Yeah.
It's just a little 4-cylinder. Wow. Now everything's. It's a water-cooled system.
Yeah.
And,
Actually, the water pump is not necessary.
it's not. Now, some of the early original cars were air-cooled. Is that correct?
No.
They started out water-cooled.
Yes.
See. And what is really majorly different today, engine-wise or suspension-wise, steering-wise? What big improvement did we make? Other than, well, of course, other than comfort and, of course, shock absorbers and those kind of things.
I'll tell you, well, you got to watch because these are 3.5-inch wide tires. They want to follow the ruts of the road. So
I see. Yeah.
So it has a tendency to wobble as you go down.
I can imagine they would be unstable
Yeah.
if you hit rocks and things. But
Well,
they're air-filled.
Oh yeah.
To what?
We run 55 to 60 pounds of air.
60 pounds. Now these are original tires. These are sort of weather worn. Are these?
These are about 5 years old.
I see. And the original Ford hubcap.
Wood spokes.
And they still, within their minds, were thinking like carriage type of wheels.
Right. Well,
Until about what year? And then when we started to
Model A's.
Model A's, then they started to
They started moving their springs. See, this is the same type of spring that they used in on buggies.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, the spring. Not really a shock absorber until later on.
See that from 1909 to 1916, they had brass radiators, and then from 17 to 27 they had black, and they just went to I guess you might say galvanized metal, but it's not galvanized metal.
And then the electrical system is how many volts?
It came out as a 6-volt.
It was a 6-volt in the early days.
Yes.
I see.
But they found that it turns the engine over with a 12-volt, but you'll have a lot of them with an 8-volt battery, which does the same thing.
Now here's your water.
Yes.
Radiator water, and that's very important for the first cars. I mean, the major problem was overheating.
Right.
Yeah. So you'd always want to have that handy.
Yeah.
For filling it up and such. And this is very convenient to keep it clear. You can clean it off easily.
Well, if you
bugs and such.
Put anything in front of it, it heats up quite quick.
Yeah.
The two lights and the back lights are supposed to be kerosene, and they're not kerosene now. I mean, I can still use them as kerosene, but I don't.
Wow.
It's very easy to come by parts.
But probably not easy to come by original parts.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Oh,
is this like original glass?
Original glass was just regular glass.
Okay.
And now everybody is changing to safety glass.
This is safety glass.
Yes.
So, okay.
Yeah.
So they didn't have safety glass back then.
No.
Nor did they have airbags or other things. They had seat belts, right?
No.
No, they didn't have seat belts
No
in the
seat
very
belts
early days.
until I think the 1970s.
How many people had to die before they thought of seat belts?
Only a 2-speed.
Okay.
It's like an automatic. Let me put this here.
Okay.
That when you're driving, this goes in down and it's in first gear, or it's in gear.
Okay.
You press it down halfway and it becomes neutral.
That's neutral. Okay.
You push it down all the way and it's first gear.
That's first.
And then whenever you get going, like from here to that car right down there, that kind of an odd balloon. You let out on it, it becomes into high, and of course this is your spark advance on this side, and this is your gas here.
I see. And wow.
And
so
then this is your reverse.
That's to go in reverse, and this
is the brake.
That's your brake pedal. Okay.
It'll creep until you give it some gas.
Okay, you're going to give gas there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the more gas you give it, the faster it goes.
I see.
It'll go about 50 to 55. I've had it up to 42, and it kind of shaky.
A little bit unstable at 42 miles per hour.
But they've got, the club has got, one guy can make it go 100 on his.
Well, I mean, does he have an original engine or?
It's a original engine, but it's souped up.
Oh, I see.
And he's got wire wheels on it. Wood spoke wheels would not hold up to going 100 miles an hour. Up until 1919, you had to hand crank it.
Until 1919.
Yeah, and then they came out with starters.
And this year is
1917.
17. So
and now I've got
you have an updated
engine
starter.
Yeah.
You have a starter. You don't have a crank.
Yes, I got a crank in the front. Clock, and grab it and go like that. And by then it'll
usually turn over.
It'll turn right over. Yeah. But you have to turn that other key to magneto. See, you start this by magneto.
It's a magnet that's actually turning to generate electricity of some sort.
That's what turns the engine over. And makes the spark on the spark plugs. You got to put on the brake, and then you bring this back halfway, like that. Once it gets going, like this right here, you put the gas, then you bring this spark advance all the way about 3/4 of the way down, and then you push in. It wants to go forward. Then you push in on reverse.
So they didn't have keys like we have keys today. So how did the theft prevention go, and how did you prevent somebody from stealing your car?
They had the a locking mechanism that goes on there, and then they have this kind of like a horseshoe that goes.
You could start it but not drive it. Okay.
Yeah, you can start it, and then they have the horseshoe that you put in between the spokes of the wheel. So if you try to drive, all you're doing is bouncing.
And they lock with keys. These horseshoe things that would lock onto the wheels. I see. So, if you're in a high crime area, you'd want both, possibly. You'd want both your steering wheel lock and your wheel lock on.
Now they're coming out with a lock that you can't start it. I can't start it without this key.
It's just okay.
It's just a safety.
Yeah.
And it can't be started.
That's a horn. Wow.